We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello everyone, myself Tejasvi Mistry, Assistant Professor in Electrical Engineering Department in SNPT RC, Umrah College, Bardoli. Welcome to video lecture of AC circuit and its basic term in subject of Physics Electrical Engineering in second. Now we saw the first AC circuit. What is the AC circuit? The circuit that is excited using alternating source is called the AC circuit. The alternating current AC is used for domestic and industrial purpose. In AC circuit, the value of the magnitude and direction of the current and voltage is not constant, is changed with respect to time. That means AC is one type of quantity in which direction as well as magnitude are changed with respect to time. We know that generally the AC supply is used for the domestic and industrial purpose. In AC circuit, the current and voltage are represented by its magnitude and direction. The alternating quantity may or may not be in phase with each other depending on the various parameters of the circuit like resistance, inductance, and capacitance. For example, if the load is resistant, then the voltage and current are in phase. If inductance and for example inductance, the voltage and current are 90-degree lagging, and for the capacitance, current is lag with respect to voltage 90-degree. Therefore, the voltage and current relationship is depends on the parameter just like a resistance, inductance, and capacitance. The sinusoidal alternating quantity are voltage, current, which are vary according to the sine of angle, because V is equal to Vm sine omega t, and omega t can be replaced by the theta. Therefore, the quantity magnitude change with respect to theta. Now, why AC is used? Why alternating supply is used? First of all, for the generation of electrical power all over the world, sinusoidal voltage and current are selected because of the following reason. First reason, the sinusoidal voltage and current produce low iron and copper losses in the transformer and rotating electrical machine, which in turn improve the efficiency of the AC machine. Due to reduction in copper loss, the efficiency of AC machine is improved. They offer less interference to the nearby communication system. That means electromagnetic interference is less for the AC system. They produce less disturbance in the electrical circuit. Alternating voltage and current in AC circuit. The voltage that changes its polarity and magnitude at regular interval of the time is called the alternating voltage. Similarly, the direction of the current is changed and magnitude of current also change with respect to time is called the alternating current. Okay, this is alternating voltage and alternating current. Alternating, that means the magnitude as well as polarity are changed with respect to time. When an alternating voltage source is connected across a load resistance as shown in figure below, the current through it flow in one direction and then in opposite direction when the polarity is reversed. Here in this direction, if supply is here positive then and negative, therefore current flow from the positive to negative. Okay, positive to negative, here positive to negative, and here negative to positive. Okay, the waveform of the alternating voltage with respect to time and current flowing through the resistance in circuit shown below. This is the waveform for the voltage and current, E for the voltage and I for the current, and this is the time axis. Okay, There are various types of AC circuits such as circuit contain only resistance, that means pure resistive circuit. AC circuit contain only capacitance, that means purely capacitive circuit. AC circuit contain only inductance, that means purely inductive circuit. The combination of RL circuit, AC circuit containing resistance and capacitance, that means RC circuit. AC circuit contain inductance and capacitance, that means LC circuit, and resistance, inductance and capacitance, that means RLC circuit. That means purely R circuit, L circuit and C circuit. Next RL circuit, RC circuit, and LC circuit, and last one RLC circuit. These are the different types of AC circuit. The various terms which are frequently used in AC circuit are as follows. First one, amplitude. What is amplitude? The maximum positive or negative value attained by the alternating quantity in one complete cycle is called the amplitude or peak value. Maximum positive or negative value is called the amplitude, or sometimes it's also known as a peak value, or sometimes as a maximum value. The maximum value of alternating voltage and current is represented by capital EM or VM or IM. Alternation. One half cycle is termed as alternation. That means half cycle, after half cycle polarity is changed. This is called as alternation, and alternation span is 180-degree electrical cycle. What is cycle? When one set of positive and negative value of complete by alternating quantity or its go through 360-degree electrical, it's said to be one complete cycle. That means one positive half and negative half, it's combined then it's called the cycle. That means total 360-degree occur in this cycle. Instantaneous value. The value of the voltage or current at any instant of time is called the instantaneous value. It is denoted by small I or small e. Frequency. The number of cycles made per second by alternating quantity. That means number of cycle per second by alternating quantity is called the frequency. It's measured in cycle per second. Okay, or we generally use this unit hertz, and denoted by the small f. Now time period. The time taken in second by voltage or current to complete one cycle. That means any cycle, any waveform completes its one cycle in how much time is known as a time period. Time period can be denoted by capital T. Waveform. The shape obtained by plotting the instantaneous value of alternating quantities such as voltage and current along the y-axis and the time t or angle theta is equal to omega t along the z-axis is called the waveform. Generally, waveform is contain x-axis and y-axis. On y-axis generally time, and x-axis voltage or current is defined. The combination of these is known. This is positive and negative. After of that we get the average value. Okay, can be defined as the average of all instantaneous value of alternating voltage and current over one complete cycle. That means capital T over capital T is called the average value. If we consider symmetrical wave like sinusoidal current and voltage waveform, then the positive half cycle will be exactly equal to the negative half cycle. Therefore, the average value over a complete cycle will be 0. That means positive 5 and minus 5. Therefore, total average value is we got the 0 value due to symmetry. The work is done by both positive and negative cycle. Hence, the average value is determined without the considering the sign. So the only positive half cycle is considered to determine the average value of alternating quantity of sinusoidal wave. Let us take example. Okay, here for the understanding, positive half cycle and this is a negative cycle. The x-axis defined as a time, and y-axis defined I, and x-axis defined theta or t. Divide the positive half cycle into n number of equal parts as shown in above figure. Let I1, I2 and I3 is the mid orient point. I1, I2 and I3. Let the average value of I average is equal to mean of mid oriented. That means I average is equal to I1, I2, I3, I4 up to In divided by n number of interval. Therefore, area of alternation divided. Now, next RMS value. What is RMS value? Definition. That steady current which when flow through resistor of known resistance for a given period of time, then a result the same quantity of heat is produced by the alternating current when flow through the same resistor of the same period of time is called the RMS value or effective value of the alternating current. RMS value is generally referred for the AC quantity. In other words, the RMS value is defined as the square root of means of square of instantaneous value. R that means root, mean, M for the mean and S for the square. That means square, mean and root. First interval, second interval and third interval up to n interval. In general, for the first interval, I square 1 RT divided by J calories. For second, third and n. We got the final value, so we take this common value taken out and final this get the equation. Since I effectively is considered as the effective value of this current, then the total heat produced by the current will be this value. After simplification, we general equation consider, then we get the this equation. I effective is equal to square root of mean of the square of instantaneous value RMS value. Therefore, first of all, this value, now effective value, that means the square under root of this value, and I effective is equal to mean of square of instantaneous value. The root mean square is the actual value of alternating quantity which tell us energy transfer capability of AC source. Therefore, we already told you that root mean square, that means RMS value, is generally referred with the AC quantity. The ammeter records RMS value of the alternating current and voltmeter records the root mean square. That means whenever AC supply is connected with the ammeter and uh, ammeter and voltmeter, then at that time the ammeter and voltmeter give the RMS value of the voltage and current. The domestic single phase AC supply 230 volt 50 hertz, where 230 volt is RMS value of the alternating voltage. Okay. Now next, the value of the voltage and current system in DC circuit is constant, so there is no issue of evaluating this magnitude. But in AC system, alternating voltage and current vary from time to time, hence it is necessary to evaluate their this magnitude. So so that we generally RMS value for define any AC quantity, and for the DC quantity we generally use average value. Now peak factor. What is the peak factor? Peak factor is defined as the ratio of the maximum value to the RMS value. Peak factor is equal to maximum IM, that means maximum value of current, IRMS, that means maximum value of the RMS value of the current. Similarly, for the voltage, maximum value of voltage and RMS value of the current. Ratio of these two things is known as a peak factor, or also sometimes it's also known as a crest factor. Okay, im and em is the maximum value, irms and irms and erms are the root mean square, that means rms value of voltage and current respectively. For the current varying sinusoidally, the peak factor is given as peak factor. Okay, the im is equal to irms is equal to im by root 2. Okay, this im cancel out, and finally we got the under root, and under root is equal to 1.41. Therefore, the AC quantity, for the AC quantity, peak factor can be given as the 1.4142. Okay, this is the standard value of the peak factor. The ratio of the root mean square value to the average value. Form factor is defined as the RMS value of current or voltage to the to the average value of voltage or current. Okay, RMS value is given as Im by root 2, and average is equal to twice Im by pi. Okay, cancel out the common thing, then we got this equation. Okay, the value of the form factor is equal to 1.11. Okay, The form factor for the sinusoidal waveform are as follows. Okay, the first of all, if sine wave, then the form factor value is 1.11. If half wave rectifier sine wave, then 1.557. For full wave, 1.11. For square wave, it is equal to 1. For triangle wave, 1.15. And for the sawtooth waveform, 1.15 waveform. Okay, this is the form factor for the different waveform. Sine for the sine waveform and full wave, we got the 1.11. For the half wave rectifier value, we got the 1.57. For the square wave, we get the 1 value, and for triangle and sawtooth waveform, peak form factor is equal to 1.15. These are the basic terms related to the AC circuit. We discuss the active, reactive, and apparent power. The most important thing: active, reactive, and apparent power. Active power. Okay, the power which is actually consumed or utilized in an AC circuit is called the true power. Okay, for example, if in AC circuit connect only resistance, at that time we get the active power, because resistor actually consume the power. At that time the wattmeter indicate the power is the active power, or sometimes it's called the true power or real power. It is measured in kilowatt. That means its unit is kilowatt or megawatt. It is actual outcomes of the electrical system which runs the electric circuit or load. Now reactive power definition. The power which flow back and forth, that means it move in both direction in circuit or reacts upon itself, is called the reactive power. That means the power which flow in positive as well as negative cycle. For example, if the in circuit L or C, that means if take an example of inductor, purely inductive circuit, that means whenever supply given to the inductor store the energy, and whenever supply is cut down, at that time inductor release the energy. Therefore the summation of finally of this power, we got the zero power. That means at that time we got the reactive power. That so the reactive power is measured in kilowatt ampere reactive, kilowatt volt ampere reactive, or megawatt ampere reactive. Apparent power. Now the product of root mean square of voltage and current is known as apparent power. That means RMS value of product of RMS value of voltage and RMS value of the current is known as the apparent power. This power is measured in kilowatt or MVA. Okay. Active power, that means actual consume the load. Reactive power, that means actual after final at the final time we got the power is zero. That means this indicate the reactive power. And apparent power is the summation of this active plus reactive power. It has been seen that the power is consumed only in resistance. In purely inductive and purely capacitive, capacitor do not consume any power, since its half cycle. Whatever the power is received from the source by this component, same power is returned to the source. That means L and C return to the source. This power which returns flow in both directions in the circuit is called the reactive power. That means active power is generally occur due to resistive load, and whenever the circuit contain L and C, at that time reactive power is present. This reactive power does not perform any useful work in the circuit. In purely resistive circuit, the current is in phase with the applied voltage, where is purely inductive and capacitive circuit, current is 90° out of phase. That means inductive load is connected in circuit, the current lag the voltage by 90°, and if the capacitive, then the current is lead the 90°. Only for the resistive circuit, voltage and current are in phase, but whenever the load is L and C, at that time current is lag or lead. With respect to voltage depends on the inductance and capacitor. Hence, from above discussion, it is concluded the current is in phase with the voltage produces true power. That means the resistive circuit produces active true power, whereas the current 90° out of phase. That means current is lead or lag 90° with respect to voltage. At that time, the power is produced in the circuit is reactive power. Therefore, in short, whenever the circuit contains resistive load, at that time reactive power, active power or true power, and whenever the circuit contain inductor or capacitor, at that time the power produced in a circuit is the reactive power, that means not useful power. Therefore, true power is equal to voltage and current in phase with the voltage, and reactive power is equal to voltage into current out of phase, lag or lead with respect to voltage. The phasor diagram of inductive circuit is shown. Okay, this is the phasor diagram. Okay, for the inductive circuit. For the inductive circuit, current is lag 90 degree with respect to voltage. Taking voltage V as a reference, the current I lags behind the voltage by an angle phi. The current I is divided into component. Okay, this is the phi. Therefore, near component is cos phi, and this front component is a sine. Therefore, this also occur is I sin phi. I cos phi is in phase with the voltage, and I sin phi, which is 90 degree out of phase with the voltage. Therefore, the following expression shown here: active power P is equal to V into I cos phi. This is called the active power, V I cos phi. And for the reactive power, denoted by capital Q, is equal to V into I sin phi. That means V I sin phi. Okay, and apparent power is the RMS value of voltage and RMS value of the I, is all denoted by capital V and capital I. For active power, Vi cos phi. For the reactive power, Vi sin phi. And for the apparent power, that means under root of P square plus Q square. Therefore, we got the equation V capital Vi. Power triangle. Power triangle is this is the power triangle. Power triangle is represented of the right angle triangle showing the relation between active power, reactive power, and apparent power. This is the true power, that means active. This is the reactive power, and this is the apparent power. When each component of current, that is the active component or reactive component, is multiplied the voltage, a power triangle is obtained in shown figure below. Okay, apparent power capital S is equal to RMS value of voltage and current, and its unit is volt ampere. True power, that means active power, denoted by capital V, is equal to Vi cos phi, and its unit is kilowatt. And reactive power, denoted by capital Q, is equal to Vi sin phi, and its unit is volt ampere reactive. The power which is actually consumed and utilized in circuit is called the true power. I already told you that. Okay. Therefore, P is equal to Vi cos phi. Okay. According to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. Therefore, V replaced by I. That means I into I. That means I square R watt. The power which is flow back and forth, that means it moves in both direction in circuit or reacts upon, is called the reactive. I already told you that what is the reactive power. For reactive power can be defined as capital Q is equal to Vi sin phi is equal to I square x V, I square x, VA are its unit. Apparent power, the root mean product of the root mean square of the voltage and current. Okay, from to apparent power can be derived from the active and reactive power is equal to S is equal to capital P plus capital plus J capital Q. Okay, now this is for the active and reactive power. Now, from the power triangle shown above the power, the factor can you determine by taking the ratio of the true power the apparent power. Now, next most thing, power factor. Power factor is equal to cos phi is equal to active pi apparent power. Active power unit is kilowatt and apparent power is unit is kV.